some exporters have expressed concern na yung levels ng peso now might hurt your earnings, tapos pwede din maka-apekto sa remittances ng OFW. Sir, what's the government doing to stabilize the currency? Kasi merong concerns na with the developments in the US, dadami daw sir yung inflows, and that might prop up the value of the peso against the dollar.
Siguro fundamentally, no, ano bang magagawa natin to affect the US economy? And the US economy impacts on the value of the dollar. Now, there is, for instance, pagpasok nitong tinatawag na hot money, may inflationary pull yan. Dumadami yung money supply mo, pero yung goods and services remain more or less, no, yung at a certain level. Hindi kasabay nung pagpasok nitong influx ito. May inflationary pull. So what has the government done? Bangko Sentral has increased the legal reserve requirements to siphon up. Kailangan ko bandahan rin, sorry. Parang yung excess liquidity, binabawasan ng Bangko Sentral by the increase in the legal reserve requirement. That's one of them. Ang talagang pinaka-object natin dyan, manigurado, na hindi sa dami nga nito yung inflationary pulse na tinatawag na magpapataas sa presyo ng bilihin na lahat, ay ma-control o ma-ameliorate. Pero sa dulo nga nito, may limitasyon tayo. Ano ba ma-influence sa isang bansa tulad natin doon sa isa sa pinakamalaking, hanggang sa kasalukuyan, pinakamalaking ekonomiya sa buong bansa, ay buong mundo.
Sir, yung levels po ng piso ngayon, it's 42, 2 days ago nag-41.90. Cause for concern na ba yun, sir?
It's more or less that when we were discussing all of the possible movements, yung 41 is the level that para 42 may magre-reklamo na exporters, pero 41 is more or less the bottom, ano ba, bottom range, straw. Sorry, pababa kasi from di ba, 46, 41, etc. Yung window set, 43 to 41 is the window. It's still within the window of things we believe are tolerable.
Okay.
Yung exporters will complain, the importers are rejoicing. And the prices should be of things that are consumed domestically should be, di ba? There should be a positive effect, especially sa petroleum, for instance. Less pesos to buy X number of barrels of oil.
Ian?
Yeah.
Morning, sir. Sir, what is the palace statement on the recent death in the DBP? We understand that one of the lawyers being investigated has taken his own life because of the manner by which the board is conducting the investigation. Some have likened it to the Spanish Inquisition because it seems to be like a witch hunting expedition. Will you ask the board to reconsider the manner by which they are carrying this out?
Binigyan tayo ng initial report kagabi ni Secretary Purisima, for instance, Secretary of Finance. At parang binigyan ako ng background on exactly ano ba yung issue. There is a company, there are allegations of behest loans or questionable practices, no, that were done previously. Now, this I understand that the guy who committed suicide was one of the lead witnesses, no, who actually unearthed this, or who parang he was kind of vital. One who, I'm curious, like everybody else, as to why he had taken his life. No? I'm anticipating the report of Secretary Purisima to further clarify what the process is, etc., in unearthing what has happened in DBP, in the previous board.
Sir, but with his death, would the board reconsider the manner by which they are carrying out the investigation? Because it's been said that they have been giving show cause orders to everyone who worked under the previous board.
Well, I'll have to get the details for that. No? Kasi the briefing was more about the behest loan that was uncovered. An initial na na-discover to Madin Attorney. Pero wala on how the board is conducting its investigation. But if they have been overzealous, then we will rein them in. But if they are performing something that is necessary, alam mo yung one example that comes to mind, no? 1 week after I had taken office, kung naalala niyo, yung PAGCOR, for instance, merong questionable deal on hamburgers na motik inilusot. So yung zealousness of the board also is to get a handle as soon as possible on what has transpired. Kasi dulo niyan, may responsibility sila to keep that bank, di ba, strong. And if you are not, if yung, conflicting yan, in a sense. yung alagaan mo yung karapatan ng bawat isa, pero you need also to know everything as soon as possible to prevent any damage or any further damage from happening. So we will review, and I'll task Cesar Purisima this afternoon to review whether or not they have been too overzealous.
Sir, just a last point. Sir, what message would you give the DBP rank and file who are currently demoralized by what happened?
Ang hinahabol ho natin dito, hindi mang-usig na kung sino man, lalo na sa rank and file. No? Pero para malaman nga, ano ba nangyari dyan? Ano bang damage ang nangyari sa inyong institusyon? Sa dulo po nito, para mailagay kayo sa mas mabuting kondisyon. So, dapat siguro makiusap ako, no, na makipagtulungan po sa kanilang current board para naman po mailagay sa talagang kaayusan ang kanilang institusyon. Siyempre, pag tumagilid yan, at wala naman ako, klaro ko lang ako, hindi ko sinasabing delikado ang DBP, that's not the case. Pero may impairment rin kung mali nga yung mga loans. Yung behest loans ang binabanggit itong madalas sa akin. Pag may nagka-problema po yun, sino unang maapektuhan? Natural po, yung rank and file, yung empleyado mawawala ng trabaho. So, baka pwedeng, kung tama akong ginagawa ng board line, tama yung direction, tulungan naman po nila. At siyempre, nagko-condolences rin po tayo doon sa namatayan. No? At titinangan natin kung bakit humantong sa ganito pangyayari.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, last question, Christine.
Sir, just on the Mayuga report, did it, klaro pa lang, Sarah, did it anyway parang point to the former president's involvement dun sa alleged cheating? Did it say anything about that?
I don't recall yung that it pointed in that particular direction. Ang issue nga kasi, para mag-uumpisa na baka tumungo doon, hininto yung pagtatanong doon sa linyang yun. Tapos change topic. So, yun ang paulit-ulit na inulit at pinakita ng PMS na tinas ko mag-aaral nito. Tinanikap ko ulit kay Secretary de Lima. Ang problema natin lang dyan talaga, kung puro yung eleksyon ng 204 ang pinag-uusapan, nandun na tayo sa prescription period eh. Natapos 5 years lang kasi bago yung parang time limit para magsampa ng kaso. Malala ko lang, June 30, 2010 tayo nakapasok sa pwesto. By the time nandun tayo, tapos na. Pinag-aaralan ngayon ng DOJ, ano ba pwedeng mga violations of the law na hindi election-related na lang. No? Merong mga allegations sa pagbadalaw na mataas na mga opisyal o hindi mga opisyal, pero mataas na mga tao nung dating administrasyon sa mga kampo bago nung halalan. Ano yung instructions, etc. May mga lumantad na tagsalita tulad ni General Gudani, no, na pwedeng mabalikan muli at mabigyan ng pagkakataong masabi lahat ng kanilang nalalaman. Nire-report lang na marami pa ibang mga gustong makilahok, magbigay ng kanilang nalalaman. Pero ulitin ko lang, no, kung habol natin dito, yung eleksyon ng 204, hindi na linyang bukas sa atin yung paghahabla under the Omnibus Election Code.
So it's two other, na lang, sir, violations?
Well, yun ang nire-review. Meron ba ditong, for instance, meron ba mataas na opisyal nag-utos sa kanyang tauhan na gumawa ng isang illegal na bagay? Kung may preba, sasampa natin yung kaso. Baka may violation sa Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Ang daming potentials na pwedeng pasukan. No, ang sinasabi lang natin ngayon, yung elections mismo, hindi nakabahagi.
So basically, the report stopped short of implicating the former president.
Yung the review by the PMS, it's not that big a document, no? Ang matindi yung annexes. So, nirefer sa atin talaga doon sa annexes na kung tama tanda ko, 6 na kahon worth of annexes. Yun ang nireview ng PMS and by insistence. At ang sabi nga nila, paulit-ulit, yung pagpupunta sa delicate topics, nililihis yung line of questioning by those who were questioning. Yun ang issue.
So it's now with Secretary de Lima. She's the...
Ang initial task ko yata doon DND, no? To further examine yung mga leads. No? And I also passed it on to DOJ. Pero DOJ will be the one that will be filing
So
the
how
cases.
soon can we find out, if ever? Will you release the report, sir?
Let me check on the status, but I don't think we've kept it. I think we've released at least yung mismong cover letter, which is the real Mayuga report, no? Hindi yung annexes. Annexes, I'm not sure if we've given copies. I think we did give to several senators already. Perhaps some congressmen who have requested for it. Hindi sa hinihinto namin to. Pero yung, alam mo naman, masinop tayo sa gasto, 6 boxes na reproduction times everybody who asks. Baka mahirap ko ipaliwanag sa COA kung walang itemized expenses niya.
Mr. President,
Hi, sir. Sir, this past few days, sunod-sunod po ang dating ng bagyo sa atin. At parang nagkakaroon ng problema somewhere doon sa pag-aanunsyo po ng suspension of classes, especially sa tertiary level. Dahil 2 incidents po na Malacañang po ang nag-announce para sa suspension of classes sa tertiary. Wala po bang policy na i-review dito po dahil nagkakalituhan daw po yata sa CHED kung sino po ba dapat ang maglabas ng announcement or ganun pong
Nag-meeting last week CES together pagkatinda ko, no? CHED, DepEd, Pag-asa, DOST, etc. Para nga mag-come up ng plano dyan. Siguro ipapaliwanag ko lang, merong overzealousness of protecting our citizenry. No? Kasi merong papasok na bagyo, pero nanditong bagyo, nagsasabay-sabay sila, ipalabas pala, hinahatak yung parating. Tinanong for instance pagkaintindi ko, tinanong si Yusek Yumol, head ng Pag-asa ngayon, bakit hindi pa nagko-call off ng classes kahapon, tsaka work. Sagot raw ni Yusek Yumol, sa tansya po nila, alas 10 titigil yung ulan. Ako po yung napunta ng Bohol kahapon, pagkaintindi ko, more or less, alas 10 tigil nga yung ulan. No? So, yung, parang, ulitin ko na yung sagot ko. I think it's by next week, we will have a briefing on the flood control program. Okay? Lahat tayo, taon-taon narinig natin, may flood control program. At totoo po niya, narinig ko po ito few months ago, and they've been studying it, wala naman ho tayo talagang drainage na konektado lahat ng NCR, for instance. Ang tradisyon po dito, yung gagawa ka ng drain mo, ilalagay mo yung dulo nito sa pinakamalapit na body of water. Okay. So, paano mangyayari? We're 14 million residents here. No? 14 million who work here, 12 million who reside here. Ang nag-uumpisa na po yung Manila Water at saka Maynila na ina-address tong issue to. Pero with the exception of Manila and portions of Makati, wala nga ho talagang yung waste sewage, wala ho yung drainage na maayos. Yung nandiyan po, na kanya-kanyang disenyo, kanya-kanyang patutunguhan, yung may suspecha po ang DPWH na 30% na lang ang efficiency. Yung accretion ng kung ano-anong material sa dumaan dyan over the decades, no? Kinaklag up na niya itong system na nandyan. And designed nga for not as severe as weather season. So, pag inayos po natin yan, hindi, parang ang kakailanganin, huhukayin mo yung buong Metro Manila. Ganon kalaki po yung problema niyan. Ang kaya natin gawin ngayon, mapabilis yung pagbaba o paghupa ng baha. Pero yung patagalan po niyan, sa totoo lang po, yung a-address ng problema sa tubig ngayon will take something like 30 years. Okay. And we are doing something like 15% yata of the problem right now. We might be, tapos subukan natin ma-accelerate. Pero isipin lang nyo, no? Kukonekta ka ng drainage. May pagmumulan, may pagtatabunan. Interconnected. Guguluhin mo lahat ng infrastruktura na nakatayo na ngayon. No? Habang kinokonekta mo yan, hindi hubiro. Okay. Ngayon, sa policy, yan naman pwedeng i-address. Pero may konting uncertainty rin. Sa bababaha, gano'ng katagal. Maglo-launch ang MMDA, I think this week. Yung monitoring lang ng critical areas for flooding. So we can have even better real-time data as to where there are danger portions. No? Meron ring ongoing reviews by DPWH, MMDA, and even the DNR is part and parcel of that. Yung greening is also, National Greening Program is also of interest because of its potential to alleviate the flooding situation. Ulitin ko lang, no? Yung Pag-asa promise, pag meron disturbance, every hour on the hour, makikita natin ang track. Hindi tayo magugulat. At palagay ko nagawa po nila yan. May konting overzealousness, yung sobrang ganado ma-disseminate lahat to, tuloy nagkakaroon ng confusion at times. No? If isi-streamline natin yung process para may clarity, lalo na sa tertiary level.
Yes, sir. Magbibigay po ba kayo ng directives to the CHED na sila na po yung magbigay ng announcement? Kasi usually, sir, pinapasa na nila dun sa different universities.
part of academic freedom, nakapasa sa pagkaintindi ko, nakapasa doon sa mga colleges who are in the best position to determine whether or not to call off classes. Yung CHED is not like DepEd, di ba? Maraming, mas mataas sa academic freedom sa tertiary level. Pag pinasukan po natin CHED, meron na masigurado kung aalma, binabawasan yung kanilang rights and responsibilities. So we will, but there has to be certainty of information coming from government.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.